What's up, my Wasteless warriors? I hope you're all amazing and you've had an incredible 2021. This video is to basically give you guys a quick summary of what we've achieved this year and I guess send the year off with a positive note. There's a saying that most people underestimate what they can do in 1 year, what they can achieve in 1 year, but they underestimate what they can achieve in 5. So if that is the case, then we've got an exciting, very productive 5 years ahead of us, and we look forward to you guys joining us along on that amazing journey. So just to give you a quick roundup of 2021, at the beginning of this year, Wasteless World was just a website with a concept and a plan to empower communities with what they need to be able to take control of their own waste. And in January, we basically signed a rental agreement for a warehouse near the airport, which enabled us to then start building a team. And it's about to start raining, so I might have to try and see if I can do this as quick as I possibly can. But yeah, enabled us to start building a team, and then the dream, I guess, so the initial team was just me plus 3 amazing human beings, including my partner, and it really wasn't easy. I mean, 2020 was a horrible year for a lot of people, especially financially. So imagine what it was like trying to raise funds for a not-for-profit project directly after one of the biggest economic crashes we've seen in our time. Alrighty, where was I? Looks like the weather is not going to permit me to do this video outside. So what I was saying was 2020 was not an easy year for a lot of people, myself included. I had a business that shut down. Financially, I drained all of my savings. So the savings that I actually had set up to start the project in the first place. And so hence why I needed to raise money. And as you can imagine, raising money after one of the biggest economic crashes in history was not exactly an easy challenge. In fact, it was such a stressful time, I ended up in hospital. I almost died. But that wasn't enough to stop me. Believe it or not, when I got out of hospital, the first thing that I did, straight after getting out of hospital, because I was in Shanginola, and there was a recycling station there that I've been trying to talk to, I've been wanting to visit for a long time. I went straight to the recycling station to see what I could learn. Of course, my partner thought I was absolutely crazy, which maybe I am. But I think that craziness and the persistence and the passion that I have for this project is the reason why by the middle of this year, we had not only raised enough funds to buy some small-scale recycling machines, which were enabling us to make small plastic products that we could use to sell and raise more funds, but we'd also registered Wasteless World as a business, an incorporated business. Now, of course, the idea behind our project is it's not for profit, but to be able to sell products, we need to be a registered business. That also then led to us being able to register the organization as a foundation afterwards, which then gave us the right to be able to receive donations, tax-deductible donations. And what we actually did was we set the structure up so that the foundation was the 100% shareholder of the business. So all of the profits from the business and the sale of our products, the recycled products and sustainable products that we make, go to the foundation to support all of the educational work, the awareness programs, the cleanups that we do, and all of the great stuff that we're doing to try and make a more wasteless, beautiful future for everyone, in all living creatures here in Bocas and around the world. So the team grew. We went from 4 to 9 people. So just a plane going past. I'm sure all you people in Bocas know what that's like. Our vision grew. Our website developed. We got a member on the team who is very good with software development, and we actually took on a completely new challenge, a new project, which was the lionfish project. tackling yet another very serious environmental threat, which is the invasive species of lionfish here in the Caribbean. And that quickly took shape, and I'll talk about some of the numbers of that in just a second. But we also set up some very important contracts and cooperation agreements between local organizations, between government authorities, so that we could have a much larger impact as well. And to close the year off, one of the most exciting things that happened this year is, along with the Union of Unidos por Bocas, another great organization that's been doing great work around the waste problem here in Bocas del Toro for a number of years, we have opened up the first ever recycling station here in Bocas del Toro. Woo! Exciting stuff, I know. So I would proudly like to share some of the numbers that represent the social and environmental impact that the action taken this year has created, thanks to the support of all the individuals, businesses and organizations that have believed in our vision and shared that vision with us. So in the waste management project, we've achieved 25 major environmental cleanups. That includes land cleanups, scuba diving cleanups, snorkeling cleanups, mangrove cleanups, and aside from all of the cleanups, we've also received about 346 bags of mixed recyclables from people directly in the community, bringing it to our warehouse, along with about 200 kilograms of electronic waste. Now, with all of those all added up, we have prevented 1,043 bags of waste from ending up at our local tip, or we've actually extracted a majority of those bags were actually extracted from our environment. 461 bags were recycled, so that's about 45% of those, and a majority of that's obviously the people bringing things in. It is very hard to recycle stuff that you've cleaned up out of mangroves because it's covered in stuff and whatnot. But anyway, we've also removed about 2 tons of metal, like bike frames, TVs, fridges, washing machines, all these sorts of things from our local environment as well. We've taken 55 gallons of cooking oil from the community, and we've recycled 100% of that. We've also taken 11 car batteries so far, and a number of e-bike batteries, and a whole bunch, like hundreds of small batteries, to prevent them contaminating our environment by going to the local dump. And we've recycled all of those as well. So all of this represents not only a direct impact on the environment by avoiding further contamination of our environment, but it also represents huge savings on natural resources like the energy and water needed to create these products which we're recycling now. So very exciting. That's the waste project. The lionfish project, just very quickly, we have, since starting the lionfish project, removed 1,575 lionfish from our local waters here in Bocas del Toro. Now, according to studies done by NOAA, which is the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, which they have the most detailed study on the lionfish problem over this side of the world. According to their studies, 1,000 lionfish have the ability to consume 5 million local fish in just 1 year. So that essentially means that with the 1,575 fish we've removed, over the course of the next 12 months, 2022, we've just saved almost 8 million fish, native fish that we need here to keep our local environment stable and clean, our reefs and the whole ecosystem here. So that's a massive positive. But aside from that, from a social level, because we're using local indigenous fishermen to remove these fish and we're paying them for it, we've also been able to stimulate the economy of the local communities and the more vulnerable people within our community as well. So we've generated almost $893.80 worth of income for those fishermen, along with we've provided them a freezer, and thanks to the support of La Neta restaurant, we did a fishing tournament where there was $200 worth of cash prizes, a cooler, a pair of flippers and 2 pairs of snorkels, which is obviously going to help those fishermen with their livelihoods. and support all of the families that are in those Indigenous communities that depend on that industry as well. So, amazing work. We're very, very proud of it, but we're excited about 2022, and it's looking to be a very productive and inspirational year. There's so many exciting things happening, which I'm not going to go through it all right now because it's already been a very long video, but I just wanted to say a massive thank you to all of the individuals, all of the businesses, the organizations that have shared the vision and shared their time and energy and resources to help us achieve so much in such a short amount of time. So again, if we can achieve that much in just 1 year, and that's over estimating what we can do, imagine what we can do if over the next 5 years, if the saying I said at the beginning, most people underestimate what they can do in 5 years. So I'm very excited and looking forward to you guys coming along on that journey with us. But before I let you guys go, I just want to say a massive thank you from the bottom of my heart. And I'm not going to go through all the names and everything, but I am going to leave after this last message I guess a list of all the different people and businesses that have helped us out. So if you're on that list, you're an absolute legend. Alone we can achieve amazing things. Never underestimate the power of one, but together we can make dreams come true. So thank you and happy 2022. Ciao.
Sigue arriba, keep the vibe, buena vibra, to the sky, para la cima, va, 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 va. Keep high, sigue arriba.
Together we can unite the world firsthand.
Keep high, sigue arriba, keep the vibe, buena vibra, to the sky, para la cima, va, 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 va. Escucha tranqui, truco, combi, combo, estilo Colombo, bombo, tranquilandro, tengo tango, un chingo, lunes a domingo, sin bingo, ni bimbo, brinca el mango al mambo.